all inconvenience and damage, potential damage to the ego of the pilot of the vessel, but it is for everyone's safety and security that the artificial uh, docking computer will should you know take care of the docking procedures to minimize the risk of human errors. And again, we apologize profusely if this causes any damage to anyone's ego.
It's nothing personal, it's just procedure.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they give it a very, very politely phrased way of saying, "Hey, we don't want some hotshot pilot being too hot on the stick, so let the computer deal with it instead." And yeah, as you flip on the autopilot, Carter looks to all of you who is there on the bridge and says, "All right. So, a couple of things. What's going to happen now is after we land, we're going to go talk to security, and then we're going to go through all the procedures. Like I said, part of this, I will pay for your membership if you want it. And after, I will vouch for you because you're like a nice crew. And then after you sign all the paperwork, should be all good from here. Just don't cause any trouble. We should all make it out of here in one piece and have a good time." And then with that, he stands up unless there's any questions off the bridge. Prepare.
I mean, I can't speak for everyone else, but I'm down to get a membership to the Doom Squad.
Yeah, I'll let you get a membership, and then I'll see how their retirement plan is from your perspective, and then I'll look into it.
You want to live forever?
All right. So yeah, the ship lands on in one of the docking bays, and like these are absolutely monolithic. To give you an idea, entirely certain how to get accurate comparison. But basically, imagine a one-person rowing boat against an aircraft carrier. Like that's kind of the size comparison between your free merchant ship and the behemoth class carrier that you have landed in, right? So if you need to take a moment and get some visual material, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, as you land, or after you land rather, the Carter is standing by the dock cargo ramp, just waiting with all his stuff. As you come in, and after you finish all your prep, the cargo ramp lowers, and yeah, he's the first one down, walking out, and yeah, the rest of you follow. You're met by a security detail on the dock side of your ship, and these are three people with dressed in our armor. One of them, the one in the middle, has her helmet off, and the other two are fully helmeted and basically fully environmentally sealed, and they have mag rifles slung across their, basically held at the ready, and the one in the middle has her weapon slung across her back. And yeah, Carter comes out and stands in front of her, bows deeply, and he has a short conversation in Finnish with her. And then he, as all you walk off the ramp, stand loosely next to him, or wherever you're standing. He switched over to English, and he says, "These are my guests. I will vouch for them if they wish membership. The the person, the woman, middle in the power armor without helmet, she looks at three of you, and she says, she bids you all welcome to the ship. As long as you don't cause any issues, you are free to enjoy the hospitality of the Doom Squad." And she motions for all of you to follow her. So she leads you through customs, and Carter, as you're led off, Carter says, "I'll I'll meet you in the waiting room. I'll wait for you in the waiting room." And yeah, if you do follow, you're led into a smaller antechamber, and then there is basically a smaller room next to where you park the ship, basically like manager's office or some such. And you are all sat down. The, at the desk, and there is a man sitting there by the desk. Actually, Carter is there as well. He went in with you because he needs. And yeah, you're all brought before. I don't have a name up for this person. Give me just a second. I don't have a title either. All right. So as you walk into the office, you see the name Andren on his left chest, and he's sitting behind the desk and greets all of you in turn as you enter. And he gestures for all of you to sit down. And Carter, he seems to know from before, so they have exchanged light greetings with each other. And then Carter sits down as well. And yeah, he says, Andren says, "First of all, let me welcome you. Let me officially welcome you all to the HMSS Haberdashery. We are all honored by your presence. Mr. Carter has spoken highly of all of you. So, what is, let's speak plainly, friends. What is your business here? And how long will you be staying?"
Is he asking us or Carter?
No, he's asking, like, it's a open question to anyone who wants to answer. But he seems to be looking at the three of you because Carter's sitting a bit to the side. So
I'm just here for the ride.
As far as I understood it, we were coming here to pick things up, and after that we would be on our way.
and yeah, he nods at that and says, "That is certainly acceptable. If, in case you are not familiar or welcome, this is the first time you have ever been here or anywhere we currently operate. There is a couple of things we would require you to sign before you can advance deeper into the facility, but deeper into the ship. Otherwise, we would have to ask you to stay on the ship. And at that, he pulls out a data slate with just detailing some of the rules for the, the basically the do's and don'ts for guests here. And says, well, and you can read through it. It's basically like the standard thing: don't shoot up the place, don't be mean to people, and try your best not to get in the way and cause problems for anyone. Common sense rules. And he says, as I spoke to Carter earlier, as you were on your way over here, he mentioned that he would be willing to vouch for you if any one of you wished membership within the Dark Space Trade Alliance. Is this something you are interested in at all?
I
Excellent. And you see him pull out a drawer and he picks up a data slate and hands it over to you so you can read. And I think the other two of you can just lean over Brody's shoulder and read. You want to have a look as well.
Well, this could probably work out pretty well. I see in the future Vel being a madame somewhere, and then Brody is the leader of some group of psychotic mercenaries, and then my character is running a crime syndicate.
got a lot of overlapping middle ground.
So you should have a handout now. And mind you, he did say Dark Space Trade Alliance, not the Doom Squad. And from what the two of you remember before, Doom Squad is the security people in charge of security for this vessel, rather than the ones who's actually running and operating it. But yeah, the data slate that Andran is handing you, you can read what it says there. I give you all a handout for that if you want to read.
Oh, wow. In the unlikely event of violent conflict. Okay, I see.
What's the difference between their market and the regular market? Like, do they give us anything extra?
Sorry, what was the question?
It says not note that creating the selling and buying items on the DSTA market. Is that just like a regular market?
No, that means Dark Space Trade Alliance, which is the organization that this ship
Yeah.
belongs to.
Like when we roll for
And
like trade goods.
No,
Like what is
no.
that?
What Carter said before was you can find anything here.
Okay. So you're talking
I
about like
mean,
if we want to get like
here's the
gear.
thing, right? You're literally sitting down with someone, with a recruiter for this organization. So if you want, now would literally be the time to ask all the questions. From the person sitting across the desk from you. But
Under
yeah,
the pain of death, and it says no member shall cause direct or indirect harm. What if I don't know I killed or harmed a member?
Well, maybe I just wrote it. Maybe just me personally wrote it a bit poorly, but it's basically as long as you are on property owned by this
Okay.
faction,
There should be no
you may
violence.
not, under any circumstances, attack or injure another member. But the moment you step off their property, you can start fucking shooting the place up if you want, or shooting everything else up, as long as you don't damage the property.
It's just like in John Wick.
So basically, this space will give us, I assume it would free refuels.
That's what
refit,
it says.
living essentials, and we can buy anything from here with a 10%. Oh,
You
that's only
can
if you
sell
sell.
anything with a 10%.
Ah, okay. When we sell things here, is there any kind of bonus, or is it just the same? Like, what's the point of selling here than anywhere else?
Probably more buyers, depending on what it is.
Ah, okay. Not for like trade goods. It will be something more illicit.
Like I said, if there is, this is the data set you are given to read through. If you have any questions whatsoever, the recruiter is sitting right across the desk from.
I would like to ask him, what do you guys buy in terms of trade goods?
He, as politely as he can, he says, "We personally don't buy or sell anything. We are the broker. We maintain a neutral ground for all interested in trading opportunities to trade whatever commodities they wish, without judgment or regulations, other than what we stipulate ourselves."
All right, they're ANCAPs. These would be good contacts to have, I think.
Like I said, I already planned on joining.
Now you get to join for free.
That is not relevant to this current situation.
What is it?
The picture.
Oh, I didn't look at it.
But yeah, basically the short and sweet of it is that this is the biggest black market operation in the entire system, and it's also mobile, so it's not tied to a single planet. It's a spaceship, and yeah, membership, all the membership fees and such are Carter have already promised to pay for you as in exchange for you helping him freight the goods, and he will also vouch for you, which basically fulfills all the requirements for you to, if you wish to join.
Yeah, I mean, I plan to. I mean, plus, when else are we gonna get it? Never know when we'll be able to get another person to vouch for us. So,
Yeah.
and that
I mean,
seems like a pretty crucial part of joining.
So I do have a question. As far as joining this organization goes, is it feasible to just have Brody join, or are they going to like ask us to do things, and so we're gonna have to move as a crew, and we might as well just all be members? Which way does this work?
All right, so you ask him that, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm just asking. I'll start by asking what type of obligations the members have. Like, will we, if Brody is the only member, then will we be pulled into his stuff, or is he able to work independently pretty easily?
So he says, as far as obligations, the only obligations we demand of our members is that they follow the rules on all the STA property. When you leave our property, when you leave our zone of influence, you can do whatever you wish, even to members. It's just as long as you're on our property, you are obliged to follow our rules. It's that simple. You can work as independent as you wish. or as cooperative as you wish. And as for membership, only members get the benefits listed. So if only one of you are a member, the other two would unfortunately have to stay on the ship if you come to visit one of our properties.
As he's seen that, I say, this membership looks very profitable for myself. I will be joining.
We and he says, say that well. He says more to you, Ben, because you were the one who raised some concerns. He says, we will never call on our members to do anything. We simply provide an area outside of normal jurisdiction to conduct trade and negotiate trade agreements. And as such, we also provide free room and living essentials, hospital care, free repairs, refits, and maintenance for vehicles, ships, whatever you need, whatever you're trading. We will never force you as a member to do anything. We have some work listed from time to time, but everything is optional as long as you follow the rules when you are on our property. That is literally the only thing you have to adhere to. And it's a one-time fee. There is no hidden thing. Everything, as you see, is in the contract already. You pay the 10,000 upfront if you wish to become a member, and then every time you list something on the market, we add a 10% to each purchase order when you sell an item. And should you not be able to transport the goods yourselves that you're selling, you can leave it at one of our properties and we will transport it for you with no additional charge. The reason why we charge a single 10,000 credit fee is so that the barrier to entry is minimal, and the reason why we put a 10% sell fee on any goods you put up on the market is that money will be used to enable the whatever is listed in the membership, all that is listed in the membership. This market is 100% unrestricted from normal government rules and regulations. We provide services that no other place can. And most people who are interested in finding exotic items are better off working with us than trying to make an honest living through corrupt systems of business, like the exchange and others. Yeah, so Ben, do you have any more questions, or are you still contemplating if you want to be a part of this?
Okay, I guess one other question I have is there any, is this membership exclusive, or can I be a part of other organizations? Like, are there blacklisted organizations within this one?
No, this is not an exclusive thing. You can be a part of as many as you wish. Obviously, we do not. We would prefer if you did not. That members of authority especially the law enforcement, know where we are, where our sites, properties are. But this is by no means an exclusive organization. You are free to come and go as you wish, and be as involved or detached as you wish. You yourself determine the level of engagement you have with us. We simply provide a safe place to conduct trade and business that would normally be heavily scrutinized or legalized or illegal in most systems.
Okay, yeah, I'll sign up then.
All right. Yeah. So he pulls out three data slates, and these are a bit different. So the it's basically what I've written down here in the handout. It's basically the bureaucratic form of that. So it's basically like 20 pages of like, bureaucratic bullshit that basically too long didn't read the handout. And yeah, you are politely asked to sign the documents at the bottom of it. And then after you sign it, Carter signs his name to vouch for all of you. And then, yeah, the recruiter signs his name on it, stamps it, each one once. Then, yeah, he rolls them up, or doesn't roll up a goddamn data slate. I'm tired. But yeah, he takes the data slates and passes them to, puts them back in his desk again, and says, "Well, congratulations, all of you. I think a tour is in order if you so wish. Or Carter can show you around. Otherwise, you can have a guide assigned to you."
I mean, yeah, if Carter feels like showing us around, then he can do so.
Excellent. Yeah, as with that, Carter stands up, shakes the man's hand, gives you all a appreciative nod, and steps out of the office. He leaves the door open for
Yep, I follow through.
Yep. Gonna go back.
And
I think,
just for my notes, what was this organization called again?
Deep Space Trade. No, Dark Space Trade Alliance.
Okay, cool. I had it right the first time. Just wanted to make sure.
all right. And yeah, I think with that, unless there is anything you immediately wish to do, we could probably call it here for tonight. We've gone half an hour over.
Nah, 11:30 is usually when we end.
Well, it's 5:30 a.m. for me.
Maybe daylight savings or something. But yeah, I feel like we could end it here.
Yeah, there we
I
go.
mean, there really isn't much more to do, other than maybe give you a brief description of some of the things on the ship. There's more fluff and setting rather than substance at this point. So
Yeah, I think this could be the beginning of some pretty cool stuff, though.
Yeah, especially if they have jobs to offer us, specialty jobs. And moreover, is they have specialists they can get in contact with us. So if we ever need someone, probably find it through here. This is basically the black market of the universe.
and it's on a motherfucking carrier as well.
That is pretty cool. Ooh, next time I level up. Level 6, I can either heal more or I can teleport further.
For the
wonder
Stars
about
of Outnumber universe that I was building, I basically had a version of that in Capistan as well. It's a really cool idea for sci-fi.
Which one?
Are you aware of anarcho-capitalism?
No, I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, it's a really strange idea in real life, but there are people that subscribe to it. There are people who are so extreme in their belief about capitalism that they believe that the government basically has no right to exist, and that corporations should basically run everything. And
yes.
which in real life is just, you can imagine all the different ways that might go wrong. But in a space sort of setting, you can have all kinds of crazy beliefs and ideas, or a fantasy setting in general. And so I have an organization like that in my Stars of Outnumber universe.
Yeah, if it makes you feel any better, man, I have 2 planets like that in this system. You just haven't gone to them yet.